Nobody plays music in my family. My parents signed me up for violin lessons because they always really wanted to learn music, but they never had the chance. So I started when I was 7. I was in the school for only 3 years though, so I stopped at the age of 10. For various reasons, life taken me to different directions. I went to study in a dormitory school. I didn't have enough time for music at that point. Later on in my adult life, I picked up the violin again. I was 25 and I was living in London. I don't actually really know why. I just always had the violin at the back of my mind, that I still want to do it and I still want to come back to it. So one day I just walked into a shop in Soho and I just bought a violin. Well, I bought the cheapest one, so I just bought a student violin. I wasn't going for the most expensive one at that point, but that was the starting point. And I started to take lessons again, and the violin was just like the bicycle really, so it came back to me really quickly. First time when I played music for other people was when I joined an amateur orchestra in London called London Gypsy Orchestra. So this was a very important milestone in my life of my musical career, because they focus on the type of music that is connected to my country, to Hungary. And that kind of took me back to my childhood a little bit, to my culture, sort of reconnected me with my home. The orchestra was playing in front of a really big audience. I was fairly at the background at that point. I was really shy. I always had stage fright. In fact, I remember when I was learning the violin in Hungary, when I was really young, at the age of 8, the final exams at the music school was always in front of public, and I was crying so much for my mom. I just didn't want to go into public, so I just couldn't do it. I couldn't go and play in front of people at that age. So it actually turned around at the London Gypsy Orchestra with the singing, because we only had one singer, and one day the singer couldn't make it, and I was the only one who could sing in the group. So I just sort of had to save the concert, and I stepped up and I sang in front of a lot of people. So that was kind of a light switch in my life in terms of stage fright. After the orchestra, I played in various bands, which I really loved. At one point I realized I'm overdoing it. I was in so many bands and I just didn't have time to relax. I went to band rehearsals or concerts every single night of the week. So I didn't really have time anymore, and in the meantime I started up my own project, and because that was only my idea and I organized everything in the band, I realized that is taking up so much time, organizing, writing music, recruiting musicians, organizing concerts. So I'm only in one band right now. In fact, I would say my private life is my musical career. So that's easy. That's how I sort of balance private life, music life, and job. Of course, I have my day job. And after working hours, I usually have band practice or go and see concerts or see my musician friends. My social life is mainly around music. I can't imagine my life without music, because my whole social life just around music, all my friends around music. It's stress relief, it's a creative process, it's stimulating, and it always stays with you. It just stays with you, and you keep learning and learning through music. It's a never-ending process, and I love it. I just feel that at these times we're living right now, pandemic, war, horrible things are happening. It's just the musical instrument can give you so much joy, stimulation and motivation. It's so fun to get involved with. I can just recommend it to all the kids today. Just go and pick up your instrument and play, and don't think about it too much. Just start it.